Hello. So today is Wednesday, 16th of April, 2025. I've lost track of which day it is right now in my weight loss journey. I'll look it up and check, but I haven't been recording videos daily. It's a bit much. My priority is really on kind of getting my health sorted, and so documenting is secondary to that. And at the moment, it seems a little bit of an overwhelm. So I'm going to just backtrack a little bit. So first off, just in terms of how I'm feeling, I'm waking up most mornings feeling a bit lightheaded with a bit of a headache. I'm pretty sure that's dehydration just from not drinking enough liquid. And it's kind of one of those catch-22 things that I don't want to drink lots of liquid because then I end up having to go to the bathroom in the evening, overnight, multiple times. But I'm still having to go to the bathroom multiple times anyway. But then if I drink more liquid, then I'll have to go even more. So I don't know. I'm just I just wait till I wake up and then I'll just start hydrating myself in the mornings. But I guess it's a good thing because then it means that the body's flushing, detoxing, and it's quite mild, the symptom. It's a slight headache. It's not too much of a headache, but it does mean that stuff's being flushed out of the body, and so I guess that's a good thing. I do wake up feeling lighter, but I don't necessarily have the capacity to move as much as I would hope I would be able to, but that's okay. And what else? Oh, and my appetite is kind of a bit all over the place at the moment. I'm not necessarily hungry, but I still feel like I need to eat more because I don't feel like I'm eating enough. Hence why I'm feeling a bit tired and exhausted all the time. And as much as mentally I'm sort of trying to focus and concentrate, my priority really is just trying to just stay on top of things. And to that point, so today gonna start using my Oura ring again. So I've been using my Gobi from Healby to track my calories and my food intake. Because as a sensor on the skin, it basically just tracks your consumption. But what it does is it measures when you're actually digesting the food and also then when you're burning the food. So don't quite understand the science of it, but enough. I don't know the specifics of how that mechanism works, but they figured out algorithms that use electrical responses through the skin and galvanic skin response and stuff to measure kind of what's happening in the body somehow, and it's 90% accurate according to sort of tests and research they've done. So it's good for me. But what's really interesting is even though I'm not eating fat in my meals, yesterday I did have some fat. I had avocado because it was spoiling and needed to get finished. It was pure avocado with lime juice, mushed up already, which was really nice. If I were eating normally a fat-based diet, then I would have totally just devoured the whole thing. But I kind of had a little bit just spread on some chapatis, gluten-free chapatis. But yeah, generally I'm not eating any fat at all. And interestingly, every day, my body's burning a certain amount of fat or kind of consuming it as nutrient intake. So I don't know if that's already stuff that's in my gut that's digesting into my body, or if my body's just using fat stores from somewhere and then it's showing up in the blood work. I'm not entirely sure, but it'll be interesting to see because it's been at least 5 or 6 days now, I reckon. Started on Saturday, so Saturday to Wednesday, so yeah, it must be 4 or 5 days that I've been on a kind of fat-free diet now and eating predominantly vegetables and fruits. Only a little bit of grains in terms of maybe some rice or lentils and legumes. But I'm going to give it a few weeks to kind of settle and see what happens as I go forward, because obviously it's going to take a bit of time for my blood sugar levels to settle, for my digestion to kind of get used to the new way of eating. I do get quite gassy at times, so that's always a good thing because that means there's stuff happening in the gut. And overall, I think I started using an app for logging my food and drinks instead of Instagram, and then like yesterday, it just stopped working, and then I can't even get it to load anymore. So that was frustrating because I thought I had a nice solution. I may just go back to logging the way I was logging before and just keeping a written, well, I say written, keeping a digital diary of like what I'm eating when, in terms of the supplement side. And then with the food side, I might just go back to posting on Instagram unless I find a different app. But I was hoping to like not flood my Instagram feed with everything I'm eating and drinking, but maybe I just do that because it is a private feed and it is designed specifically for me to track what I've been consuming. So I may go back and just repost all that stuff that I hadn't posted over the last few days just to kind of keep a more accurate log. And so the reason why I'm sort of meticulously photographing everything that I eat or consume is because I want to be able to measure what's the effect of eating something or drinking something on my blood glucose sugar levels. So to that end, I have now got a free trial of Abbott Libre Plus continuous glucose monitor. So they do like a 15-day free trial. So I was like, okay, let's get a trial product. We'll put that on, see how that works, and see what's the effect of that, and use that to track alongside the Gobi what my food response is. So when I'm eating certain things, how is it actually affecting my blood sugar levels? So the continuous glucose monitor tracks glucose rather than hemoglobin. And not hemoglobin. Oh, what is it? Insulin. Insulin's the thing that's fundamentally needing to be tracked, right? Like when you get insulin spikes, then apparently like that's what causes the blood glucose to enter into the cells. Or if you do physical activity, and then that stimulates the muscle to uptake the insulin as well. And so what we're looking for is not to stop the insulin from spiking, but how the body manages spikes in insulin. So whereas like with paleo approach, you basically want to try to stop the insulin from going up at all. Here with the mastering diabetes approach, which is kind of what the medical medium says as well, honestly, and I just hadn't been following it properly before, is that basically like there's a surplus of fat, which is what's kind of causing the cells to not uptake the glucose, I believe, from what mastering diabetes have shared. And so by tracking how quickly the body balances out its blood glucose levels, then it'll give me a sense of the insulin sensitivity that's happening within the body. And so ideally, when I consume something, I shouldn't get spikes. And if I do get spikes, then the body should settle it and kind of normalize relatively quickly. And if it doesn't, then that's a problem, if I understand it correctly. So anyway, the theory was if I track everything, then I'll be able to see how effectively I'm getting things under control, and if things are stabilizing and normalizing, or if it's getting worse or out of control, or if I'm at risk or what have you of needing to go to the hospital. And so I'm charging up my Oura Ring, charging up my Gobi. The annoying thing is all of these wearables, you have to charge them up to kind of use them. And so that kind of annoys me sometimes because it's just like, I'm literally waiting for that to charge and then I'll put it on and then I'll start consuming like my liquids or my drinks or my foods or whatever, because then I want to make sure that if I do get spikes, that all of that's tracked and measured and logged. And I hate it. Like I did it yesterday. I started drinking my lemon water honey before I put the tracker back on. And when I just put the tracker on, then it suddenly shows this massive spike. And I'm like, I wanted to catch it before the spike so that then I can see the spike happening as I'm consuming it. But anyways, with the continuous glucose monitor, because I wear it for 14 days straight, then like that should give 24/7 tracking data. So I just need to make sure I download it from the device every 8 hours. I think that's the limit to how much data it stores. And so, yeah, I'm not sure if I'll be doing a video every day or not. I'm sort of trying to just stay on top of tracking and logging this stuff and actually like getting through the day, eating as much as I can, making sure I'm getting everything in at a timely manner. And that seems to take up a lot of time and attention, sort of more than I would expect, but it's almost become a bit of an obsession, if you like, at the moment. And maybe it's just because I don't have other things that I'm doing at the moment, or I'm able to, but it does feel like all my time is spent on like, oh, what do I need to eat now? What do I need to check now? Like, how long do I have left before I do this or that? Like, so, I'm still sort of figuring out kind of what I'm doing and staying on top of it. Like, it shouldn't be so difficult, but I think maybe I overcomplicate a little, trying to track too many things and try to keep control of too much stuff, but it's okay. It's just the way I'm sort of trying to figure it out, make sense of it, and just make sure that I'm not doing something that completely kind of messes my health up, or that I kind of get the early warnings before I need to be in a hospital or something if, God forbid, something happens. So anyways, I thought I'd do a bit of an update just to kind of share where my head's at. I'm going to give it a good couple of months before we properly kind of see what happens from this. But the one thing that like I realized I need to have like a staple of foods, like my go-tos for like when I'm feeling a certain way or like just in general. And so I realized as much as I'm not eating bread, I need to have something bread-like. I don't know, just maybe it's force of habit, growing up a certain way, whatever, but like I need to have like either some rice or some bread like something. And so kind of we found this chapati flour mixture that's good, like rice flour and tapioca flour and mung beans. And so we're kind of working on versions of chapatis that'll make it easier to just have something bread like, something I can just tear and eat or snack on, or kind of have it with some salad or banana or something, but just to have some moisture with it as well. And maybe that's kind of gonna help once I've got a staple kind of go-tos. So I have like halim, so it's like a lentil soup without the meat and things in it. Normally it's made with meat, but we kind of made a version that doesn't have meat, so there's loads of lentils and different legumes and things with some rice and grains and barley. But there's like small portions of it and all mixed together, and then it kind of makes a really nice bulky soup that's kind of really filling and nutritious and kind of satiating. So that's really helping to have that as a staple in the freezer, and then just kind of pull out a box and defrost it, and like 1 or 2 boxes depending on how hungry I am. And then it also becomes something liquid that can be put on like salad or rice or vegetables or something if it's a bit dry, or even like the noodles I'm using, so like mung bean noodles or sweet potato noodles, or all these plant-based noodles rather than grain-based noodles. So yeah, like I kind of need to build up a bit of a staple, and so I'm gonna start trying to maybe make some well, not make, but like get some sauces made. So like a chutney style sort of with coriander or basil or whatever it is, just blitzed up some greens in a blender or something with a bit of maybe lime juice or lemon juice or something, just to preserve it, and then have something like that that I can put on food every day to just add a bit of flavor and add a bit of sauce to something so it's not too dry. So yeah, just kind of, I've realized once I've got some staple go-tos like that work well, that are easy to make, that are quick to add, that could just be kind of thrown in or sort of made in batches and kind of used once a week. Make it once a week and then just kind of dose it out every day. I think that'll help significantly to kind of just give some stability and consistency. So, but yeah, if that kind of works, then this could be pretty easy to follow as a kind of lifestyle change. And then obviously the benefits of it long term will be on the health. Then it becomes a sustainable way of living and I stay healthy. But I'm not sure if I'll completely stay off of meat and things like that. I'm not sure how easy that'll be to kind of completely be like that. And I'm not sure I want to think that far ahead right now. I just want to focus on kind of the day-to-day. Let's just get through this. Let's see what happens a couple of months down the line. Does my body change? Does my body composition change? How does it change and how does it improve? And then maybe we'll address those questions. But for now, I'm not taking it off the table. Like, I may still, want to have cheese, pizza, maybe occasionally have some meat, just for my health and well-being. But right now, for my health, I'm really focused on losing the weight, cutting back the insulin spikes, or kind of managing them better, increasing my insulin sensitivity as a whole, and just seeing, can one get healthy eating a plant-based whole foods diet? And if so, how healthy can one get? And, it does help all the supplements I'm taking as well, and things to rebuild the immune system and support me on the weight loss journey and kind of help with the appetite suppressant, although I'm not sure how much it's actually helping, to be fair, but let's just go with it and give it some time. Let's see if it builds up some reserves or increases my energy levels or something, because I do wake up feeling less tired, and I do notice I'm not as hungry as I used to be. But beyond that, it's all very subjective at the moment, so let's just follow the protocol and give it time to work, and then see how much of a result we get out of it as a consequence. All right, I think this is more than enough as an update for now. And yeah, let's see what the next few days bring. Let's see if using all these tracking tools and devices, I can start monitoring more closely what the effect of eating certain foods is on my blood sugar levels, and whether we can get a kind of nice, stable, consistent response. All right, bye for now.